Hello, my bitches, my bros, my minor host, my sims, my losers, my freaks, my writers, my lovely, wonderful people. It is Storm here with another video. I know that I'm gonna cough a lot throughout this video because I am sick. I've been sick for 2 months straight, and it's horrible and I hate it and it sucks. I'm on antibiotics, and those antibiotics suck as well. Yeah, so. Also, if I get distracted, I'm making a paper doll of Bruce Yamada right now, so. Speaking of Bruce Yamada, or speaking of the Black Phone, I decided that I would bring back the Robin Arellano series, which means I just decided that right now in this second, and I'm gonna have to go check what happened in the last episode. Okay, we're locked back in. So, basically it ended with Robin leaving her house after the formal. So, let's go to the next school day. So, the next day that you guys have school, you walk into school and you're like, oh my god, what in the frackety fuck happened the other night? And you're excited to see Robin, because, he feels the same way about you, and, you're excited to see him because he's, adorable and we love Robin. But, yeah, so you go in, and over by the locker, you and Vance walk in, and over the locker, you see Robin and Finny and Bruce, and, Vance is with you, talking, and then Griffin is also with you and Vance, because I like to headcanon that Griffin is Vance's brother in some way, because I think it's cool. Anyways, so yeah, basically, the gang is all there. And, you and Vance and Griffin all walk over to the guys to go, just hang out with them. Because you have 10-ish minutes before class starts. And y'all are just kind of talking, hanging out. And when Robin sees you, his eyes light up a little bit. He's like, oh my god! And he comes over to you. You guys are walking, but he, kind of steps a little bit closer to where you're coming from. He's, obviously super excited to see you. He's like, hey, listener, how was your night? And, good, okay. Hey, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to go out with me tonight. Nothing big, but just, the drive-in. My uncle said that he would drive us and then let us do our thing. Only if you want to, of course. And nothing weird. I think it'd be really cool. And you agree, obviously. You're like, oh my god, yes, I would love to go to the drive-in with you. Cool. Great, okay. You wanna come to my house after school for a little bit and then we can head out? Sounds okay, cool. Alright, I'll see you after. No, I'll see you at lunch first. Yeah. Okay, bye. And he the bell hasn't even rung yet, but he's going off to his classes because he's scrambling out of there. And then at lunch, you're, kind of waiting for Robin, and pretend that you can leave school in grade 8, because I know that in Canada you aren't allowed, at least my school you aren't allowed. But, yeah. Pretend that you're allowed to leave in grade 8. Because I think that's how old these guys are. If they're in high school, then that's even better. But anyways, yeah, so you don't see Robin, but you hear the very familiar sound of Robin provoking somebody, and you're like, oh my fucking god, what did this stupid little idiot do now? So you go and you find him, And just as you assumed, he's yapping at this guy who, it's Moose, obviously, because Moose just can't get enough. And then you're just like, you just watch it kind of unfold, because you know that you can't really stop him, and nothing really violent has happened yet, so you want to see if maybe he'll see you and back down, right? But he doesn't see you, and he does not back down, and punches start flying, everybody's, freaking out a little bit, they're like, oh my god! People are recording, pretend that recording devices were readily available back then, and people had them with them. Anyways. Like, oh my god! And then at some point, Robin is literally, like, destroying this kid, and you're like, okay, maybe I should step in and, try and get him to stop. So you, like, Robin! And you, like, hiss at him from... He sees you, and he immediately, he goes pale, and he kind of rushes away, and you kind of chase him down. Listen, what are you doing here? I was looking for you, but you kind of weren't there. So, here. Shit. Look, I'm sorry you had to see that, okay? He was just being an ass. Bigger ass than usual, and I couldn't let it slide. Couldn't let what slide? It's just, he was saying stuff about you, and I can't just let him talk about you like that. I appreciate it, but I would rather that you didn't really get into fights. Well, I can't, and he didn't really know what to say, because he couldn't be like, well, you're my girlfriend, and I can't, have you, I can't let somebody talk shit about you, but, because you guys technically weren't official yet. And he was like, but he also wanted to tell you, that he was trying to protect you because he cared, right? Because that was the way that he showed that he cared, because, sure, he was gentler when he was around you and his friends, but he was never really vulnerable, right? He was shy, but not vulnerable. And then, you're like, just let me clean you up, and then we can, and then school, and then we can get back to class. And then we can finish the day, and I'll see you later. Oh, I almost just burnt myself. Ouchie. Anyways, sorry, I'm trying to walk in. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Anyways, so yeah, you guys are just kind of vibing. Y'all are chilling. You're having a good time. And you're cleaning his fists. And like with the first episode where, Robin was beating some guy up. And, you had a bag of stuff in your bag because of Vance, right? Your brother. You always have that stuff on you. You had it readily available to you. And you're like cleaning Robin up. And he looks slightly remorseful, but also mostly just proud of himself, Because there was no way that he was going to let Moose talk about you like that. Even if, you're not officially his. I should start using those tweezers again. Anyways, yeah. Did I do this right? Okay. Anywho. You too. You finish cleaning him up, and the bell rings pretty much right after you're done, and then he heads out to his next class, and you go to yours. But obviously, you guys are both super excited about what tonight has in store for you. Then, finally, after another grueling 2 hours, At school, you get to leave. You get to go home. Yay! So you're waiting for Robin by the school entrance. And this is kind of fun. I don't know why I quit for so long. Like, I love doing this. Sorry, I stopped wanting to record. I kind of lost all motivation for everything again. But, you know, God is good. God is great. I'm kidding. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, I've also been going on like a crazy spiritual journey. I'm gonna start making blooper reels and like put this in the bloopers because this is insane. Holy tangent. Anyways, yeah. I figured my shit out and now we are locked in. Anyways, back to the audio. God, this stupid thing wants to together, bro. Oh yeah, baby. Anywho, yeah. The final bell rings and you wait for Robin by your locker. And then you realize, oh shit, I haven't even told Vance that I'm gonna be hanging out with Robin. I should probably do that. So you go up to Vance and you're like, hey, so just so you know, I'm gonna go, hang out with Robin at the drive-in. He's like, no the hell you're not. There's no way that you're doing that. You're like, yeah, I am. Like, yeah, I am, actually. You can't stop me. He's like, oh yeah, I can. There's no way that I'm not letting you go. You're not going. Yeah, I am going. No, you're not. Please, just one chance, like, please, you know how much I like him, blah, 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 right? You know that he's not like that bad. You know he's not like a bad guy, so he's like, you know what, fine. But he gets one chance. And if he fucks it up, you are never seeing him again. You understand me? Like, yeah, whatever. And then you give him a quick hug, and he's like, oh, but he actually likes it when you hug him, because we know that on the inside he cares. And then, you run off to find Robin, and he's waiting outside the entrance of the school. You're like, oh, hey, long time no see. And he's like, hey, listener, the hot glue gun just fell at me. You ready to go? Of course I am. So, you two hit the road, Jack. And you guys are walking over to his house. Does Robin have brown eyes? I think he does. I'm just gonna update this. Chestnut. That's a good color. Do that. Perfect. Anyways, yeah. So, oh, bad coloring job. But yeah, you two are walking along the road, and Robin very, very tentatively reaches out to take your hand in his, and you don't pull away, obviously. You just kind of, you're like, very happy. And he's trying to, maintain that kind of tough guy persona, like, he doesn't want people to see him as weak, but he also doesn't really care, because, like, you're there. But he doesn't want people to see and then kind of start targeting you about him, right? Like, he doesn't want to ruin your reputation by having you seen with him. Like, in a kind of romantic way, So he's very careful about kind of what's going on. He's very alert. But once you guys get to his house, his uncle isn't home right now because he is... Why are they all frowning? Why is he so sad? Oh, only Robin is sad. Actually, Bruce is happy. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So you two are like vibing. And you guys go into his room just to kind of, hang out, just kind of get ready. And you have been wearing the outfit that you're going to wear to the drive-in all day, but Robin's shirt is a little bloody after that fight, so he's like, he just quickly runs into the washroom and, changes and comes back out. And you haven't actually taken your hoodie off all day because it's kind of cold outside, and you are not about to freeze to death. This head flap is not long enough to cover his whole head. What the freak? I feel like that should have been a thing that the designer took into account, Robin's head flap is long enough to cover his whole head. Why is it Bruce's? This isn't cool. Anyways. Yeah. I'm sorry, I should say his hair flap, not his head flap. Anywho. Yeah. You just took off your hoodie that you've been wearing all day, and Robin finally sees, the outfit that you're wearing underneath, and he's like, oh, you look really good. And it's just a, simple outfit, but you feel good in it, so you're like, oh, thank you. Ah! Sorry, this stupid hot glue gun is, like, trying to murder me. Anyways, yeah, I keep going anyways. Oh my god. So, you two vibe. I've said you two too many times as well. What's up, you two? Sorry, I had to get it all out. And then, y'all are sitting on his bed and just kind of vibing, waiting for his uncle to get home so you guys can go to the drive-in. And you guys are just talking about random stuff. You're talking about, the movie that you're going to watch, and I was like, oh yeah, I've already seen it, but, I think you'll really like it, and I think it's a good movie, so, I hope you like it. Cool, yeah, of course. And you're like, oh yeah, also, I have money for snacks, because your family pretend that your family is in a better financial situation than his, even if yours isn't. And if yours isn't, I'm very sorry. I hope that gets better for you. Yeah. And make sure that you reach out to somebody. If you're in Canada, Kids Help Phone, right here. It's on the screen right now. I think. Yeah, there you go. There, yeah, there you go. Anyways, yeah. So your family's better off financially than Robin's is. And that's not to say that Robin's family is poor, his uncle's poor, but, his uncle is, like, his current guardian, and he's trying to raise a kid, and also, like, survive, I guess, at the same time, so. Oh, I just blew Bruce's head away. Blow your head off. Yeah. No! Yeah. So a few hours later, or like an hour or so later, Robin's uncle comes home, and he calls out to you guys. He's like, kids, you ready to go? And you're like, yeah. So you guys head out, and y'all hop into the truck. And you haven't actually met Robin's uncle before. Did I say his dad? I meant his uncle. You guys haven't actually met Robin's uncle before, but today, they're the first time for everything. So, you introduce yourself, and he's, listener, yeah, I've heard a lot about you. All good things, don't worry, but, Robin over here does not shut up about you, so. He's like, Theo, is that right? I think, yeah. Theo, please. What? I'm just joking. It's all jokes, don't worry. And then, he turns, you and Robin are sitting in the back seat. And y'all are holding hands again because, like, ah! And, he looks very happy just to be holding your hand. Like, he looks like he could explode from joy. Broski's just so joyful and whimsical. Because, yes, Robin is tough, but, like, he's a softie on the inside for his, for the person that he likes, and, like, you can see that he's, I feel like I'm doing lit circles again, oh my god, like, he's, like, a softie for, like, Finn, right, or not, like, a softie, but he's, like, not quite as violent, and, like, like, you know what I'm saying, like, catch my drift, like, Yeah. Oh my god, I screwed up. Every time I screw up on this thing, I like go on a tangent about other things to distract myself from my failures. Okay, whatever. The neck flaps aren't even going to be seen after I glue them down, so it shouldn't matter. Anyways, yeah. And then y'all get to the drive-thru, or drive-in, sorry. Y'all get to the drive-in, and Robin's uncle finds a spot, and he parks the truck, and he's like, do you guys want to take the truck, or... And Robin's like, we're getting out, and he grabs your hand, and he helps you out of the truck, and you guys go find a spot, away from his uncle, but somewhere where you guys can, be safe and can't do anything inappropriate, because we are not doing that with a 13-year-old. I made his head. Yay, his head's complete. Anywho, yeah. Y'all are hanging out in the dark, but still not doing anything strange. And the movie starts, and Robin's just kind of, again, Robin reaches out and gently grabs your hand because he wants to be, having some kind of physical contact with you at all times. So he interlaces his fingers with yours, and he looks like the happiest boy ever. He looks like he could, explode from happiness because he's just that excited to be hanging out with you. And obviously, it's adorable. And then the movie starts, and he's, asking you what you think about it, do you like it? Yeah? Good. Okay. I'm glad. It's one of my favorite movies, so. And you already know. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then it starts to get a little violent, and you're kind of a little scared. Just a petit peu. Because it's very, it's dark, and it's scary, and, So when you get a little bit closer up, and you're, hanging out with him, and he has a jacket. He has a hoodie, right? On, and he can open it and let you in. So that's what he does. He opens his jacket, and he kind of pulls you into his side, and he rubs his arm up and down your side, which is adorable of him. He's like, you cold? You're like, sure, something like that. And then you guys are, really close to each other. Really, really close. Closer than you two have ever really been before, aside from, when you guys have hugged, Because y'all were friends, remember? I think y'all were friends. Or, no, wait, no. Okay, you guys have hugged before, shut up. Wait, and when you guys were, at the dance, did they kiss in the last episode? I don't know. If not, then this is gonna be their first kiss. So, spoiler alert. But Robin he leans in very slowly, and he's very close to your face, and you can feel, his breath against your face, and he looks you in the eye and goes, "Is this okay?" Yes. So he kisses you. He closes the gap, and he kisses you on the lips, very softly, very sweetly. It's very cute, but he does it. That's it. And then he's blushing a little bit, but you can't really see it because it's dark. You guys are both blushing, but you can't really see it because of how dark it is. So y'all are just kind of, and then a huge jump scare comes on. You weren't expecting it, but Robin doesn't really get affected by jump scares. So you kind of yelp and kind of go towards him a little bit, and you're like, ah! And he laughs at you. He doesn't laugh at you. He laughs at, how, startled you got. Okay, scaredy cat. And you tell him to shut up, and you're like, and of course, because he's just so amazing and so rizzy, he kisses you again. Because that's cute and stuff. And you're like, you immediately, like, you know, stop yapping at him. You're like, ooh, and you're very excited, you know, to be kissing him. And then, yeah, the movie ends, and his uncle's gonna drop you off back at your house. And Robin, before you get out of the car, he looks at you dead in the eyes, and he goes, or no, sorry, you guys get out of the car, and you go up onto your porch, and he looks at you, and he goes, what are we? You're, and, you know, well, what do you want us to be? Well, I mean, I want I want to be yours. And you're like, okay. Yeah, that works. Cool, yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow then? Yeah. And then you turn around and you go inside, and Robin goes back to the car, and he gets in the passenger seat this time, and he's fucking, his uncle, is your girlfriend now? Yeah. Shut up, okay? Just let me have this. Teenagers. And that's it for the audio today. I can't believe I just did a 20-minute long audio after taking such a long break. But that was actually so much fun. I don't know why I haven't done this in so long, but I'm gonna record more audios just to make up for it, because I suck.